Alright guys, welcome back. I'm sure you've seen the most recent episode that came out a couple of days ago, end of last week, Friday. We're struggling, and you can see from this side just there, we are still struggling. We're 18th in the league. We are in right at the beginning of March now. We're getting to the business end of the season. January we've not done too much because we didn't have any money. There's a couple of players that have come in, and there's unfortunately quite a few that have gone out. We've had a bit of an overhaul in terms of the tactics. We've got a handful of games to go, sort of 10 games left in the league. We are into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We play Burnley. I will show you the results so far, but first off, let's have a look at those new tactics. Let's have a look at the transfers, and we'll go from there. Right, here we are. Very quickly, let's just look at the transfers. There's a lot of people that have gone out, but we'll go over that in a second. New players that have come in since the last episode. We have Jamal Lewis, who we bought in on loan from Everton. Apologies. Jamal Lewis, I think I mentioned him in the last video. He's been doing pretty well. Reasonable performances really all round for us, given the circumstances. And then Malik Wilkes, who we bought in January from Norwich. He was more someone that could, give us a bit of depth up front and play these two wider positions. We have switched the tactics up, so he doesn't quite fit in with that now, but he's still working, and we seem to have found a position that he works for us. He's not bad. He is what he is. He's not the best player we've got, but he's doing a job for us, and we need something that's going to really push us forward. I think you'll see here for us in the Premier League so far. So it's three Premier League appearances, 1 goal in the FA Cup. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist. So he's been doing well for us, averaging a 7.35 in the FA Cup, 6.58 in the league. But that is what it is. Looking at these new tactics I was talking about, we've gone back to basics because, frankly, I'm really struggling. I think we're three points or 4 points adrift of safety now, with 10 games to go, and I've gone back to a basic sort of 4-4-2 formation. We do still have the other two that we were working on, with the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-4-2 diamond that was so good for us last season. But in terms of the league and what we've been doing, I've recently switched to this 4-4-2 sort of basic wing play formation with Williams and Wilkes playing on either side. And our last two games out with this formation, we beat Southampton 1-0 in the league, and then we beat Watford 2-0 in the cup. So it seems to be working. It seems to be something that's really sort of helping us, which is fine. We go head to head with Leicester today. Now this is a big 6-pointer for us really, because we sit in 18th place with 21 points. Leicester sit in 15th place with 27. We've got Fulham and Crystal Palace above us as well. We're 4 points adrift, but the teams below us, Stoke and Brentford, are on 15 and 16 points. So we've got a bit of a safety net below us in terms of dropping further down the league. But we also need to make up that gap above. There's no games in hand or anything, which is useful. So today we head into that game against Leicester. Now, form of recent has been terrible until these last 2 games, and I'm not going to, pretend otherwise. We've got a nice run of games now. We've got 1 or 2 big ones, but actually, I'd like to say that every single team we're playing for the rest of the season, other than Manchester City and potentially Tottenham, are beatable. And what I would say is that the game against Manchester City earlier in the season, we beat them. So it's all a bit crazy. There's also another game I want to show you, just because, frankly, I text Rob after I played this game, and I just said I can't believe. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Let's just have a look. It's the game against Spurs. So if we have a look at this, so if you look over here, I've never seen a game with so many bookings. We were 1-0 down. We equalised to 1-1. But, at that point, it was the 70th minute, there or thereabouts. We'd had 3 bookings. I'm okay with that. Between the 70th minute and the 90th minute, we had 7 bookings, 7 bookings. 3 of them were red cards, and they scored twice. I've never had 3 red cards in a game of FM ever, and I just thought that was something ridiculous to share with you. It's like the cherry on the cake with my frustration this season, and it's what I've said, and it's why I'm flying through it. Because is this an enjoyable season for me so far? No. It's awful, and it's about grinding it out and staying up, so we've got some more money in the bank, so we can really start building that strong squad. I mean, the finances are ridiculous. We've got nearly 40 million in the bank. Our wage budget is the second lowest in the league, so it is what it is. Let's crack on. Let's head into that game with Leicester. I think I'm going to stick with that 4-4-2 and see how it pans out. If I need to, I can make a couple of changes and things in the game, but otherwise we'll go with that. So here's the squad we go with for this one. It's that 4-4-2 like I talked about. No real changes, although Dylan Williams is knackered, so it may be that I swap Dylan Williams out, put Jamal Lewis there, and put Jordan Williams at left back and Wesley Burrows at right, which is one of the youth squad. We're struggling with depth because of transfers. A lot of our players left. Basically, there was offers coming in left, right, and centre for anyone that we had was decent. I kept saying no, and they all just kept putting themselves on the transfer list. So I didn't have much of a choice but to really sort of argue that. Say there you go. So we've won 3 of the last 5, which is a big sort of overturn in terms of form. They've won 4 of their last 5, so they're in decent form and all. So I think this is going to be an even game, if not more towards them. Unfortunately, we've really struggled all season, and it's I don't think it's going to get any easier. 10 minutes in, it looks like we've had a couple of shots. They've had the most part, 4 shots, 1 on target. Possession wise, it's pretty much even, 43-57. Free kick for us. Xerxes goes deep, no one there. Lewis picks that up first to the ball. Burrows. Ball into the box. Force picks it up across to Xerxes. Come on. Yes. Back to basics is working. Come on. A nice early goal. 16 minutes in. Look at this. Burrows was at the heart of that. The new promotee. Burrows. Ball into the box. Force does well to get to it. First time cross. Xerxes with the first time shot. Come on. I think that might be his 10th for the season and all. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see it flash up. It's a highlight for them. Straight from kick-off, which is never, ever positive. I never feel good about these. Bakayoko. Dele Alli. Origi. Oh, no. Oh, it's a great goal. It's poor goalkeeping. He should have picked that up. Poor goalkeeping. They've equalised straight away. Straight from kick-off. Straight from flipping kick-off. And I'm sure you guys, even from the few games you've seen, that's exactly how things have been going this season. Exactly how. That's just, my luck. But we've scored once, we can score again. That's all I'm saying. It's them playing out from the back. Took his time. Just walking it forward. No pressure. Come on. Oh, it's a great ball. It's a great ball to Origi. Oh, we're falling apart. Absolutely falling apart. There's not really much happening in the second part of this, or the back end of the first half, sorry. Goal kick for us. Launches it forward. Xerxes can't get to it. They're on the attack again. Oh, we're split wide open. Yeah, 3-1. Gotta swap Burrows out. That's where the issue is. Jordan Williams in there. Dylan Williamson's going to have to come on. 3-1. Kitters. Highlight for us from kickoff. Morass. Pushing forward. Goes out wide to Wilkes. Cross in. Oh, Force picks it up back to Wilkes. Ball in again. Goalkeeper gets that easily. We've got enough to get something from this game. And they're all over us. It's every game. It's another one of those sorts of seasons where everything that I put on the channel is just losses and being battered. It was like that season when I got relegated to League One from the Championship. We're going to have to go for it in the second half, so I might have to switch things up, and I'm going to have to make some changes because the team's knackered. We've got games coming left, right and centre. Wilkes on the right and I don't know, Callum Wright can go in there. I think what we're going to need to do is put Callum Wright on attack, and we'll leave that as it is for now. Fresh legs, probably Jordan Williams, and I've not got anyone to replace him with, so it's just going to have to stay as it is. Marcus Force is struggling. I do have a youth lad I can put on there if I need to. Let's get into the second half. Come on, we can get something from this. Moving to an attacking mindset. 10 minutes into the second half, and it's a highlight for us. Knight for Nacken. Xerxes. Ball out wide to Nat. Oh, Force has picked it. I thought that was a penalty. The ball's with them now. Overturn and play. Richards. Hazard. Great ball forward. His split is open. Oh, great save. Corner for them here. Oh, well dealt with. Just swap Xerxes out for that youth striker. Just because he's knackered and he is the one that's scoring some goals for us. Richards pushing up the wing. Is Lewis going to deal with that? Hazard goes all the way back to his midfield. Tielemans. Richards. Tielemans again. Oh, it's a great ball forward to Origi. How they haven't scored there. Just get hold of the ball. 4-1. I don't know where the offside would have been there. I'm not sure. Okay, we've got some luck going our way, so fair play, but come on. Got no subs left, the whole team's exhausted. Half an hour to go, 25 minutes. 3-1 still, should be 4-1. Don't know how it's still 3-1. We've just got a freaking injury. We've got no subs left. Come on. Yep, no subs. Fuck. In fact, do it the other way around. God's sake. It's just one thing after another. I don't think we can get anything from this now. We're down to 10 men. So if it's not a sending off, it's a freaking injury after all the subs. Ugh. Well defended. No one there. 4-1. Oh, great save. Pick it up. 15 minutes ago in this miserable game. Miserable game. What's wrong with him? Groin injury. I've got no words for it. Absolutely no words for it. So I was on the attack. No highlights. We obviously didn't do out with it. I don't know what to say, guys, but something needs to change here. We need to find some form, because if we don't, we'll be going down. Unfortunately, I know that's a byproduct of jumping to the Premier League from the Championship, and we did back-to-back promotions with no money. So that's a byproduct of us moving up the league so quickly that our team just isn't good enough, and we need cash, but we ain't got none. What a goal from Madison. 4-1. I don't know what more to say really, other than I don't think any sort of tactical overhaul in the world is going to make us a world beater. But do I think that we've got enough in the tank to avoid relegation? I think there's 9 games to go, and we can only do what we can. But these teams like Leicester are the teams we should be beating. But as soon as we have injuries, which we've got a couple of at the moment, we don't have the depth to do it, because we lost so many players in the January transfer window. Bought a couple in. We stay in 18th place, 4 points adrift of safety. That is still doable. It looks like Fulham didn't win their game. Crystal Palace and Southampton still haven't played, but Fulham haven't won theirs, so it is still on the cards. albeit it's just getting more and more difficult at the moment. It looks like Van Aken is only out for 1 to 3 days, so it's not that bad. But we've got players that are exhausted. I think I need to put a few rest days and things in. I don't know how we're gonna play this, but like I say, I'm going to push forward. I'll probably play forward another 3 or 4 games, and then we'll come back again and see how things are shaping up in terms of the fight to avoid relegation. If 3 or 4 games, we'll see how we are. That should take us to the run into the last 5. So I've got West Ham, Burnley in the FA Cup, Everton, Watford, Fulham. I will probably come back for that Fulham game because that's a massive game for us, because they're the team above us, and if hopefully we can get some points, but that's hopefully where we'll definitely confidently be coming out of the relegation zone and going above Fulham. So fingers crossed, touch wood, wish me luck, guys. Otherwise, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, all of that amazing stuff. The usual. I hope you're watching the other series. No doubt Rob will tell you the same, but if there's anything you'd like to see, any ideas you've got, just anything, any thoughts, just pop them down in the comments, and we do reply to every single one. So pop them on there, and make sure you go over and follow our socials so you can see what we've got coming up, and get a sneak peek of bits in between. The Instagram and the Twitter will be on the next card at the end of the video, so make sure you head over there and follow those. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one, guys.